Hi, we're here at Turf Inc. That's the name of the company, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Turf Inc. since 1978.
And this is Peter Gavitt. He's the proprietor.
Along with my partner, Elaine Carter.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what's happening over here right now?
We're cutting a few pallets toward a load for tomorrow. So a load going out into the Boston area. A couple of years ago, there'd be about 6 loads sitting here, but today there's only 1 due to the economy, and we're just trying to survive.
So I noticed they're putting them up in rolls.
They're small pieces, 10 square feet per piece. Landscapers and garden centers carry the small pieces, and usually 500 feet per pallet, but we can put as much as 750 square feet per pallet. And they got 5 or 6 more pallets to cut to fill this load out for tomorrow.
And how much do they pay for a roll, a 10-foot roll?
Picked up at the farm is $2.50.
For a whole roll?
For a roll.
That sounds pretty cheap.
It is. Some people think it's outrageous, and some people think it's a deal of the century. So a pallet, if you're talking 2, what's that come out to? $110 per pallet, and it covers 500 square feet. So I think it's very reasonable for what they're getting.
How long does it take to grow the turf that we see here
This
today?
sod right here is 2 years old.
2 years old?
2 years old, yeah.
Is that how long it normally takes?
Normally it's a 2-year rotation on a field. I can't sell all my sod in 1 year, then I'd be out of sods.
So in other words, theoretically, you could grow sod every year.
Yes, yes.
Doesn't it take all the topsoil away?
We're taking minimal topsoil. There's been a lot of record keeping, a lot of measurements done. Most of what you see on a pallet is root mass. There's a little bit of soil in it, but mostly, if it's done right, the field is perfectly smooth, like a pool table. And the sod is mature. We're taking very little soil. There's some soil loss, but that has to be done. We can't.
I've heard it said that you don't lose any more than you would with wind erosion.
I have to agree with that. Wind and rain, water erosion. Once the sod crop is planted, usually the first 2 to 3 weeks is vital. Most of it is from the water erosion. We get these heavy storms, thunderstorms and stuff that can move a lot of soil around in a hurry.
Does the wildlife affect the turf at all?
I have a major problem with the geese.
With geese? What do they do?
They just tear as soon as we seed the crop, I'm growing it like crazy, trying to prevent erosion from the rain. And a flock of Canadian geese of 1,000 or 1,500 will come in and just decimate the turf field within a matter of a week. They just eat the sod, they eat all the new plants right down to dirt, and they actually go down into the dirt 1.5 to 2 inches deep, and they'll take the dirt and all right out of the field. So it is a major problem. I don't have I don't like the deer with their tracks, but at least they're not removing soil and they're not taking the plant down, whereas the geese will actually they'll rip the plants right out of the ground.
But you mentioned the deer. They would, they put hoof prints in.
Yes, you can see. I can show you some tracks right on the sod pieces now where there was deer damage, but it'll thatch right over, and it's usually not a problem.
Oh, so you can still sell it even though it's got the damage?
Yes. Yep. They'll fill right in. Right here, Al, is one of the deer prints we're looking at. You can see this is hot soil. This is all thatch from the grass. This is the result of the deer running across it when it's first seeded. But the sod is so strong and vigorous, it's filled the holes right in. So there's no blemish in the sod pieces at all.
What kind of fertilizer do you use?
We use, it's all inorganic. Usually it's blended by Fieldworks right over in Connecticut. There is some organic fertilizer available out of Quincy. It's the same as millogenite, and we put that down when we seed the crop and work it into the soil. And it goes down to the rate of about 2 tons per acre. Has a little bit of smell to it for the first week or two, but it adds a lot of organic matter to the soil and a lot of essential nutrients.
And how much water does the turf need? About 1 inch an acre a week, or?
We put on 1 inch per acre per week, if it depending on the soil too. I have some soil that's lighter than others, and it requires a little bit more. But this field that you're standing on right now has only been irrigated once this year, and I think only once last year because it's heavy soil, and that's all that's required. Yes.
So, have we missed anything? Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I think that covers about everything. Farming used to be fun, but now with all the regulations and government's programs stepping on our toes, it's becoming less and less fun than it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, well, I always say that. That's what farmers always tell me. It's always, what's the thing? If I say to a farmer, will you go out of business because of a drought? No. Or infestation of insects? No. Disease? No. But you say, how about government regulation? And the answer is?
You betcha.
Right. Well, thanks a lot, Peter.